All right, bet.
Bro, my heart swelled. Hey.
I am trying to talk on the get the show started.
No, I'm just saying when she rolled past me, I heard Sade singing in my head.
Mute his ass. Oh my god. I ain't never done that to nobody before. I swear I thought it was gonna be Freddie, ladies and gentlemen. But that sounds like a lovely way to introduce the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Buck. It's your favorite show, by the way, if you ain't know that. But I got here my boys Sharper and Dev. He goes by King Dev. Fellas, this fool. Fellas, how y'all going? We're gonna start with King Dev since Sharper's in timeout.
Oh my god, man. What's going on, Trey? How's you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
All
What a
right.
great way to start the show.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful way to start the show. Beautiful way to start the show. Now let's see what happens when we unmute him. Y'all know how it goes. He usually be chatty, but let's see what happens. Sharp, how's everything with you, baby?
Everything's going good, man. Just waiting for this Mystics game.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even put in my predictions, by the way, on today's festivities. It is kind of crazy, but that actually sounds like a solid way to talk about the season. Actually, this next subject, who knows? We might have some support for the WNBA, or I'm sorry, the Washington Mystics. So, with that being said, we got here the 2023 WNBA award predictions, and more specifically, we got here the MVP, the DPOY, the sixth woman of the year, the sixth. Well, I'm sorry, the most improved, the rookie of the year, and the coach of the year. For some reason, when I saw most improved, I thought they had like a man moniker type of thing, and I was like, no, I got to change it to woman. But like, I was like, no, it's most improved. It was a stupid moment. Real quick, my fault, ladies and gentlemen. But fellas, let's go ahead and get on into it, shall we? Sharper, do you have your list ready at this point in time?
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
But
all
I'll
right,
let Dev
okay.
go first. I'll let Dev go first.
I don't know. I feel like
I know what you're
I
trying to
know why
do.
he wants to. I know why he
I
wants
know
to.
what you're
okay,
trying to
fine,
do.
fine, fine, fine. We'll save it then. Deb, go ahead and list off your listing then.
All right. So for my early WNBA awards predictions, I got for the MVP Asia Wilson. It's that simple. But I have runner ups, right? For MVP runner up, Alyssa Thomas. Being able to break that triple double record and the way she's playing, definitely a close candidate. It's honestly it's not Brianna Stewart's a distant third. Distant third in my opinion.
Okay.
Now, Depoy, I got Alyssa Thomas. I was looking at some of the stats. She's leading the league in rebounds
Mm-hmm.
and she's leading the league in steals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't see her on the blocks list at all, but like literally at all. But being first in two of the major defensive stats makes a lot of sense. Runner up Asia Wilson.
Okay. Okay.
Sixth woman of the year, I got Alicia Clark.
Okay. Okay.
Easily. Comes off the bench, does work, does what she needs to do. Runner up will be a surprise. I have Maureen Johannes from the Liberty.
Mm,
When I watched the game yesterday, I noticed that when she came in, she did make somewhat of a difference to the pace. Now I wish she's played more minutes, but you know, there's not enough minutes to go around.
okay.
Most improved, I have Carly Samuelson from the Sparks. Her shooting splits are absolutely insane.
Okay. Okay. Who you got?
I believe she's shooting 50-50 right now.
Okay. Who you got runner up?
Runner up from the I think I got this wrong though, because I don't know if she starts or not now.
Okay. Well,
Michaela, I
I
don't
know
know how to
RA
say.
starts.
Yeah,
RA starts. Yep. Yep.
she does. Okay, so I got that wrong.
Okay. All right. Just
So I
let's
don't have a runner up.
okay. Just let's. I mean, we know we got Aaliyah Boston as a rookie of the year.
Yeah, Leah
We
Boston,
can-
clear rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Coach
So
of the
yeah.
year, I have coach of the year. I got Becky Hammond, and runner up, I have Stephanie White.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. Why did you shake your? Okay. All right. Never mind. It's another discussion. Sharp. List off who you got for Or you want? Fine, I'll go first
Yeah, I'll let you go.
Since it seems like an issue. Since y'all seem like I'm gunning for Buddy. I got my MVP as Alyssa Thomas. Okay, my DPOY, Natasha Howard. Roo. My sixth woman of the year. It is in fact Maureen Johannes. Like I actually forgot about her until you said something about it, Devin. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking just in fact, was it last night or this morning? Maybe they should insert her into the starting unit and have Courtney Vandersloot off the bench because I do want a little bit of a better guard pairing, like Sabrina and Courtney seem a little interesting to me. Like it could work, but like then Benaje has to be more defensive minded, and
Right.
she's more of an offensive minded player. So I don't know it could get a little tricky, but Maureen Johannes has actually been playing pretty well off the bench, so I do like her as my sixth woman if I have to say somebody right now. Most improved, Satu Sabali. Like just the way she's come off, just the way she plays, the consistency that she's actually played throughout the games this season. Easily my most improved. Rookie of the year, like I said, Leah Boston, and then coach of the year, Stephanie White, because I had to give an apology to the Suns because I did not think they were going to be as good as they are, as good as they've been. And unfortunately, even though they lost to Breonna Jones, I still think they're going to be like in the top 4, top 5 of the WNBA in terms of standing. So with that being said, it's got to be Stephanie White because losing Jonquel Jones, you would think they take a dip. And the fact that they were number 2 and still number 2 to like right now, this video is being recorded, I got to give it to Stephanie White. So those are my predictions. Sharper, I don't know if you know this, but we kind of gave everybody gave their list. So
For
I just got to say, you have to list off. You have to tell us who you had originally. I'm just saying,
He didn't change nothing.
Nah.
I know he did, though. I hope not. I know he did.
I gotta go. After doing some more research, I mean, she is Plum's teammate. I gotta go with Asia Wilson, who also is my mom's sorority sister.
So you're stealing Kelsey Plum's MVP from Asia Wilson.
Or
okay,
yeah,
okay, that's cool.
I got that, and then
it sounds a little biased too because she's the AKA.
Hey, ski wee.
Ryan, yo.
So for defensive rookie of the year, go with Boston, of course. With defensive player of the year, I'm going with my girl, Speedy Recovery, Shakira Alston. Coach of the year, I'm going with either Eric Thibault or Kurt Miller, your coach.
Right.
Most improved, I don't have one for that. Sixth woman or coming off the bench, my girl, Alicia Clark. As I call her, Miss Potpourri. That's her nickname in the DMV.
No, it's not. I promise.
It's not. I've never been to DC, and I've never grown to DC. That's not her nickname.
No.
It's only a nickname in the
No, you know why?
household.
No.
When I say Sharper household, I mean his room considers a household. Like that's
no. It's because her game is like buttery smooth, and it's like it's so
buttery smooth.
It's fresh. It's refreshing.
Is the definition of potpourri to you? I've never had to Google potpourri definition. Like I've never. Like wow.
Look,
okay.
You had me.
You can edit that out.
No, we're not. We're keeping that.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
A mixture of dried petals and spices placed in a bowl or a small sack of perfume, clothing, or a room.
She's spicy. Why y'all trying not to lie? I see Trey over there trying to keep a straight face.
Let's move on. So we have Asia Wilson, right, for MVP, for y'all at least. And I say Alyssa Thomas. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This might be a little bit of a prediction, but I got to say Alyssa Thomas is going to have to win this battle because we're talking about how surprising the Sun are. and Brianna Jones is gone with an with the Achilles injury, which I hope she comes back next season stronger and better than ever. But if they're able to maintain a top 4 seed, respectfully, the Aces, like y'all said, have a super team essentially. So I mean, Asia didn't have to do that much. She dropped 16 points and 5 rebounds, and the Aces beat the Liberty by 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a dominant game. That's just a that's a so-so game. I expected her to have a decent game, not like that though. Not that low. So again, like I'm assuming based on how much she has to carry on her shoulders, even though DeWanna Bonner's been hooping. Alyssa Thomas, we're gonna see more MVPs. And I mean, if we're gonna give it to Russ for similar situation, how can and she's bringing her team to a better team to a better ranking, we got to give it to Alyssa Thomas personally. Like I don't know what y'all thoughts about that. Do y'all change your minds at all? Y'all still favoring with Asia?
I still favor Asia a
I'm
little
still
bit more,
favoring.
and
But
the only reason why is because Candace doesn't have to do anything. She
But
really does. Like yesterday was the first time I seen her drop double digits this year.
she's
But
dropped
that's
double digits before though.
oh yeah, no, but that's only because like I'm wishy washy with how many games I'm watching this year.
But like,
So
bro, if you like just off the, I just look at the roster real quick off the names, and then just look at. Matter of fact, hold on, let's do this. All right, so we're gonna pull up the Aces roster real quick, cause that joint get a little disgusting. No, stats look better. Stats look better. Helps out. Jackie Young, Asia Wilson. Like I'm gonna just say right here, Jackie Young would actually be one of my MVP candidates. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
mhm.
You got Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Candace Parker, Alicia Clark, Kirsten. Like that's tough. That's tough. And then we got going to the Sun team. DeWanna Bonner has been hooping. Brianna Jones, who's now gone. Now after that, you got Tiffany Hayes, Dejanay Carrington, and Tisha Heidemann. Like Rebecca Allen, cool, but we talking about guards. Even though she's a little taller, like still talking about guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're
Mhm.
bringing in 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, like that. That's tough in comparison to the Aces. So I mean, I don't know, bro. That's tough, and I definitely thought I was sharing the screen when I was doing that. My bad, fellas.
oh,
My
you good?
yeah, we was right here with it too. I was really
I
getting.
do want to say this too, though. Their team is very defensive oriented. They don't have to worry about chucking up points as long as they stop the other team from scoring and then get those transition buckets. That's really all they care about. The Aces, they're good on both sides of the floor. Now, I did not know Jackie was averaging 19 though.
That's what
I
I'm
did not know
saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. They're really disgusting when you think about it. That's what I'm saying. Like I personally go Alyssa Thomas on this one. Like I'm not mad at Asia getting the repeat, but I would like to see Asia like dominating the league if I'm gonna give her the back to back personally. Like for example, when Jokic won it, all right, the first time he won it off the games. Second time he won it, he improved his play. His team was injured, so you had an additional storyline to give it to him. This ain't that situation with the Aces. Like they don't have no injuries to worry about. So I need to see Asia really ramp it up. And again, Alyssa Thomas is giving me a good storyline. I'm not mad at y'all selection. I'm just trying to find
I'm not mad at the Alyssa
that's
Thomas selection too, because she's triple double machine right now.
yeah, yeah.
Not to
No,
mention, I think isn't her shoulder still messed? Isn't both of her
mhm,
shoulders still messed up too? So
mhm,
like,
mhm.
I wouldn't be mad if she won it.
Yeah. Now I gotta say for Depoy, I wanted to put Alyssa Thomas down because right now she's leading the league in defensive win shares. If you follow like advanced analytics,
Oh,
like
I don't. Yeah.
yeah, but like she's leading the league. But to be honest with you though, when I looked at the history of the WNBA's Depoy listing, that don't mean a damn thing. It
Oh.
really truly don't. Okay, matter of fact, just to kind of give y'all the insight real quick, the Depoy, history we had Asia Wilson 2022, Sylvia Fowles in 21, Candace Parker in 20, Natasha Howard in 2019, Elena Beard in 2018 and 2017. Those were beautiful years. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
beautiful.
Yeah. And so now when you look at where's the other list? Okay, so the leaders in terms of record for defensive win shares, we have Alyssa Thomas in 2022, Jonquel Jones in 2021, Brianna Stewart in 2020, Natasha Howard 2019, Sylvia Fowles 2018, Sylvia Fowles 2017, Sylvia Fowles 2016. So they don't match up. I think the only one that matches up is like Natasha Howard. I think she won in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So it don't matter too much, but it might. I don't know because again, Natasha Howard did win one. So I said Natasha Howard for me this season off the strength of Tia McCowan being out. She had to play their center, playing the 5 as a power forward, really small forward type type player. It took a lot for her to have to do that on top of like pretty much being their anchor on top of scoring 16, 17 points a game. So that's the reason why I say it might be a little biased, it might be a little bit emotional, but I factored that in. That's my main reason for why she's there. Now, as the season goes on, that could dip because you have Satu and and Tierra there along with Kalani Brown. So that does help. And Kalani was there to help out as well, too. So that might shake up some things. Alyssa Thomas might have been my backup again because she was leading in defensive win shares. But if not, Asia Wilson is not a bad selection. I can't hold you. So
I have her as a runner-up.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's between those three for me. But you say like, what was your main reason for Alyssa Thomas? I know you said that the blocks you didn't see her up there, which I
didn't see her on the blocks, but I saw her on rebounds and I saw her on steals. She leads the league in both of them, and the fact that she's leading the league in rebounds with all the dominant.
That's not surprising.
With all the dominant bigs, like I wouldn't be surprised if Asia was leading it, but I'm very surprised that she's leading it with Brianna Jones being able to do that job, but she's not there, and she's not there because of her.
I would only be surprised if if Asia was leading from this standpoint, because you do still have Candace Parker who gets solid rebounds. Like her rebounding stats might not. Matter of fact, hold on, what were they again?
7.2, I believe.
Yeah, so if that, nah, she has 6 right now rounding up. So if we got 6 rebounds rounding up, I'm like Jackie Young give you about 4, Chelsea Gray give you about 4. Like they got other players on their team who also hustle. So I mean, is it shocking if she got it? No, but I wouldn't be surprised if she got it too. I wouldn't put my money on saying she's going to lead the league in rebounds. So she has to do a lot of other stuff as well too. So,
but I mean, in order to get a triple double, you gotta get 10 rebounds. So I mean, I guess you're right. It's really not surprising that she's leading it.
Well, yeah, Alyssa Thomas has always been a solid rebounder. So I mean, Sylvia Fowles might have been somebody who I consistently would say, okay, I think I have her over Alyssa Thomas. Right now, I wouldn't say there are too many players that I would put my money on getting rebounds over her, just from just how she's built, from her motor. Like that's the reason why I say that. Like NECA might give her a run for her money, but I still might go Alyssa Thomas personally. So I don't know. And then now Sharper, real quick, you said Depoy was Shakira Austin. That might be a hot take for some, but she is coming back in a couple weeks. So give us your elevator pitch on Shakira Austin for being Depoy for you, because that's very surprising. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sitting back watching her when the Mystics blew that 20-point lead to the Liberty last Sunday, and she got hurt. And watching her over the last couple games with her, for the ferocious way she plays, she's still working on her offensive game. I think her winning overseas, she said she was able to learn some new moves and work on some different skill sets that she thought needed polishing. But one of the main things they kept saying was the way she plays defense, the way she's aggressive on the boards. She's a shot blocker. She kind of reminds me of a Crowder that played, in the NBA. Crowder, like
James Crowder.
Yeah, a little bit. You don't see it.
The only reason why I say that's because Crowder is buns.
Well, no. Oh, no. Defensively. No. Like, she's solid. I
don't know if you want to consider. I don't know if you want to try to compare Shakira Austin to Jay Crowder, my boy. That might not be the best. Yeah, that might not be the best comparison.
Okay. I
I don't
mean,
like you lose me right now on the depoy, bro. Because like I'll give you this. She's energetic. She's averaging like what a steal and a block, right? The Washington Mystics are fourth to your point. Um, but they
she's
also do have players like Brittany Sykes on that squad too. That I
And
might think of.
she's top 5 in steals as well.
Yeah, so and then in the defensive win share rating, she's high up there as well too. So I'm not trying to discredit Shakira Austin. I'm not trying to change your pick. I'm just saying for me, especially with the injury factoring in too.
that
Um,
yeah that hip injury is gonna hurt us. You know, even when she gets back after what 2.5 3 weeks, she's probably gonna be on a minutes restriction.
I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know because I mean, was it a hip bruise or a hip? Like I got to look back at what that
The one time they said it was a hip bruise, another time they said it was a hip contusion. What I was worried about, it looked like
hammy.
it was a joint, not way the hamstring, but then she was grabbing her knee. So and the way she was grimacing in pain and pounding the court, I was like, oh, her season's done. It's a wrap.
Yeah, injuries definitely hurt at the moment of impact. So yeah, like it was probably that initial shock, but I think she coming back as long as she's cleared, I would expect her to actually be fine. Again, like she's a hustle player. She plays off of EDD. She kind of like. No, I'm not trying to say a glue. I'm not trying to say a glue girl because she does more than just those the dirty work. But
But
I
I
think
know
she,
we know what you're trying to say.
yeah, I think she'll be fine when she comes back. So I'll keep an eye out for Depoy though. That one is interesting. I will say that. I will say that. I feel like Alicia Clark versus Marina Jones or Johannes. I mean, I don't know. I gotta watch Alicia a little bit more because I can't
I'm
comfortably say
telling
why
you,
I picked her.
she does
Like I know,
that. The defense that she plays
yeah, no, I've seen
coming
that.
off
Yeah,
that bench, it's like her being able to predict the lane,
mm-hmm,
predicting the passing lane.
mm-hmm,
It's amazing. I mean, she did it she did it several times yesterday. I was like, oh, this is helping me with what I got to do for notes. This is
mm-hmm.
perfect.
Interesting. Okay, okay. I like I've seen her play before on of course on the Mystics, but then also on the Aces as well. She plays that forward spot. She's very versatile on the floor. Not to mention she can space the ball out as well. Um, it's just I don't know. Like I don't have a reason to give her that nut like that nudge over Joanne. It's like I don't right now. Like, I gotta see a little bit more. Don't get me wrong though. She has the intangibles that you want though. Miss Potpourri as some people call her, but I gotta see a little bit more out of it, just a little bit more. But
I'm not the only one.
yes, you are. Like I promise you. But the coach of the year, I think we might have all had a different answer. Just to recap, I think Sharper, you said Eric Tibble, Devin, you said Becky Hammond, and then I said Stephanie White. So, what was the leading reason why you said outside of bias, Sharper? Why did you go Eric?
Or well, he would be
I
my
mean, he was
second.
your first one. He was your first one. He was your first one. So, like on your official
So basically,
is it
I
Eric?
mean, yeah, he was on the staff. He was on the staff last year. Of course, his dad Mike stepping down, so he took the reins. But it's a different voice, and sometimes even if it's an assistant coach taking over as the head coach,
Hmm.
players react even if they've been on the staff. It's different from when you're hearing it from an assistant coach, and that's your job as an assistant. They
Hmm.
still have to answer to the head coach. So when you then become the head coach, you have to change. Sometimes you have to change the way your dynamics are with certain players and stuff like that. And sometimes it's they're running. I've heard they're running like some new offense or whatever have you that it took the players some time to adjust and get used to. So we always said with the Mystics, the one thing holding them back has been injuries. Unfortunately, we were just talking about it with Shakira also. We'll see how she bounces back. But it's a different voice in the huddle. And Sometimes that could be a good thing. Sometimes that can be a bad thing. So I would say the reason why, and also he's fairly young, so that's another thing. Like Mike was a well-known, respected coach throughout the league. So with a new young coach, even though he's the coach's son, and Mike still has his hands on that organization and pops in, it's still a different voice. And you don't know how players are going to respond to it at times, even if they've already been, associated with the team.
Got you. Okay. Dev, real quick, why did you go? And I want to say, Sharpie, if you need to head out too, you can always you can dip off, my boy. Appreciate you. Did you want to say anything before you leave?
So, guys, I misspoke about the Miss Potpourri. I apologize to all the viewers out there. Yeah, that was very unprofessional and not PC. So,
Look, he's redacting because he knows that she's gonna see it.
she's a very lovely woman. I will say this real quick before I leave. She was great with the fans. She is dearly missed here in the DMV in the DC area. And yes, I apologize.
I got you.
Go Mystics.
Apologizes to miss a mixture of dried petals and spices placed in a bowl or a small sack to perfume clothing to her room.
Look, okay, when she rolled past me, I got a whiff of potpourri. It was very refreshing. Because anybody that's ever been to Navy Yard in DC is not the most pleasant smelling place. So when she rolled past me and I said, "Oh, go Mystics," and she stopped her scooter, and she was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking." It was like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, okay.
And I was swooned.
You were what?
What? With that being, I am out 85,000 before.
I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you.
I get DMs like, "Oh, so who's this Miss Potpourri?" So.
Nice. That could be a little interesting.
Hey, Dev, anybody ever tell you look like kind of like Paul Pierce too?
No, bro. Now you want to start talking to me?
Hey, no, I would say a little bit. No, a little bit. Like,
nah, I've never,
like Paul Pierce.
bro. That is the first time I've ever heard that.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. No, a little bit.
No, I've never heard that before ever.
That's okay.
You were the.
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I know you're in Los Angeles. I know you're in La La Land. See, you're not like your boy Trey where he be firing off jokes. So see, if I said something slick, I'm surprised he hasn't cracked a joke yet. He probably will crack a joke once I log off, but it's cool though.
Nah. If y'all want to see any jokes, I've done a couple jokes before. So yeah,
Yeah, we gone tit for tat, but I will see y'all fellas.
Later, Sharp. It's always good talking to you, brother.
Likewise.
All right, I had to make sure he got his question. I ain't see his message until as he was talking. I was like, "Oops, my bad." But now, so we were last at you for Becky Hammond. What's your spiel for her on Depoy?
14-1 is nothing to scoff at. Nothing. And one of the notes that I have is that the Aces joined they joined a group with the Sparks in 2016 and the Comets with a 14-1 start. So only 3 teams have ever done that. And both of those teams went to go win a championship. So all I'm saying is, even though she missed those 2 games, which I strongly disagree with, yeah, like she's a part of the head coaching job is also making sure the assistant coaches are prepared to take over if she gets ejected. And those 2 assistant coaches did they thing in her absence.
Okay. I mean, I get that part too. I do understand why you go Becky Hammond again. They're number 1 in the league, and then they don't lose a beat when she comes back. I do understand that.
But I wouldn't be mad if Stephanie White won it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you beat the Storm and the Sparks, your first 2 games, Becky come back, so you kind of get a little lucky on that. But like you said, you can't take away from 14-1. Like you still got to play these teams, even if you consider the Sparks and the Storm weak or weaker, right? At that point in time in the season, still, like you got to win those games. So I'm not mad at that. I just went Stephanie White because end of the day, you lose Jonquel Jones, arguably your best player, a key cog, and what some people thought was the future. Um, Former MVP, right? Uh, that's a lot to lose in a player, and then you replace it with Breonna Jones, who you've been bringing off the bench. So now you got to replace your bench a little bit too. They haven't lost. They have not lost a step. They're still number 2. So I'm like, I got to give that to Stephanie White personally. Alyssa Thomas is out there doing their thing, and on top of that, again, if they retain number 2, I'm easily giving it to her. I don't care what the
Oh
age.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I have to.
that would be the only thing that would sway me.
Yeah,
That would be the only thing.
but even if they're in the top 4, you got to think like right now. Let's see, what's their ranking in comparison? I know they're number 2, but in terms of like team, like
Two and a
so,
half games,
yeah. So
I believe.
we got the Sun are 12-4, are 12-4. The Liberty are 10-4. Like it's a game difference, 2 game difference between the Mystics. Um, like that could easily get caught up real quick because right now we're at what game 15 out of 40. So we're talking about a little bit over a third of the season done. That's a lot of time left, and Breonna Jones is not coming back. So if they retain top 4 for me, I gotta keep Stephanie White for number for coach of the year. But that's gonna be interesting. Do you kind of transition on to before we do, ladies and gentlemen? I just wanted to say thank you, Devin, for coming on the show. I greatly appreciate it. Did you have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
I want to give a quick shout out to my photography and videography company that I just joined called NFAE No Filter All Explicit. Check us out on Instagram. Give us a like. I just got done shooting in Florida at Disney World for my vacation. I got some fire pictures up there. Show us some love, please.
Okay, got you. Now I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. Send me the link. We'll definitely get that popping,
I
my boy.
got you.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we will end the show. I greatly appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. Devin, again, I appreciate you for joining. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, again, also continue to watch the WNBA. League pass is only $25. It ain't that damn much. Pay some money. Real
And if you got cable, there's so many games on cable now.
Prime too as well.
Yep,
Prime got
like
some
come
big,
on.
yeah, they got some games up there as well, ladies and gentlemen. So
And they
definitely go
be
ahead.
cooking when they on TV. Hey,
Yeah,
Lady Aces all the way though. Lady Aces.
bandwagoners. It's so crazy. I'm a smart fan till I die. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. But now I hope you all enjoy it. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, kid.